Hey, well, we were going to start with a poll. So, do we have the poll available?
We're on it.
Right.
We're
Oh, good. Thank you. Okay, so this is audience participation. Everybody in the room, I want you to answer this question. Check all that apply. I am a C-suite executive or business owner. I have a client who is a C-suite executive or business owner, or I know one. So if you could just do that right now, we'll give you like just a few seconds to populate this, and then we'll see the results. So, Aaron, I think the ball is in your court to decide when we have enough people to report our results.
Have almost 80%, so I'll go ahead and end the poll.
Okay, all right.
And here are the results.
Okay, 70, the highest 70% said they are one, and 43% said they have a client who is one, and 62% know someone who is in that category. So that's who my clients are and who we're talking about today. But first, I'll introduce myself with a little story about I grew up in Boise, Idaho, in a little house, a little red house with a white picket fence. And the interesting thing was that my mother was a great baker and she baked all of these wonderful desserts, including amazing chocolate chip cookies that she would bake for me and lay them out, these gooey, warm, sugary chocolate chip cookies, which I could have as many as I wanted to. So you can imagine I became an addict for chocolate and desserts. And a while later, something happened to me, and I started soothing myself with food. I overate for years. I yo-yo dieted for decades. I looked in the mirror and I didn't even like who I see. I got help, and a lady showed me that it wasn't about what I was eating, although that was part of it. It was why I was eating because I had been using food to hide my shame. And so she helped me recover that healthy relationship with food. And later, I found my way to a healthy relationship with life. And so it's been 20 years that I no longer overeat or yo-yo diet. And I look in the mirror and love who I see. So it's personal for me. I truly care about what I do. And I was in public service for 27 years. And I just wanted to share with you one of my accomplishments. It's one I'm most proud of at NIH and National Cancer Institute. I directed a media campaign for 4 years on cancer prevention, and we raised awareness on fruit and vegetable con consumption, that it is important to cancer prevention. And that's the kind of work that I really care about, that works around chronic disease management. So let's go to the next slide. And when I work with people, the main three strengths I bring are empathy, very client-centered, curiosity, and deep listening. And so in the next slide, we'll move to, I want to talk a little bit. This is our topic today. What are high performers thinking about work-life harmony? So in the next slide, let's just look at some of the most successful people I work with. They're enjoying business success. They're not worried about their career, but they're worried about their energy and health to enjoy their lives. That's the missing piece. And they work under constant pressure and time limits, and many of them are managing blood sugar, fatigue, and joint pain. So if you can just stay in that last slide for a moment, Frank, I'll tell you when to have a couple more things here. But my best work is with founders, CEOs, and senior leaders who carry a heavy responsibility. And the 20 people I've worked with in this category during my 14 years in private practice, they expect exclusive services. They're the kind of people that go to the private lounge at the airport when they fly, not to the Southwest Airlines gate to wait in line. And the problems they're having is they're struggling with having little time and energy to enjoy their vacation and their family. And many of them are succeeding professionally, but quietly paying for it with their health. So chronic stress has become a chronic health issue for them. And then with the next slide. So please listen for high performers who say, I'm doing well at work, but my health is starting to worry me. I don't have the energy or stamina I used to have. And I want to enjoy travel, but my body isn't cooperating. And we'll stay here for just a moment. So these are leaders who would say no to these questions. Are you happy with the amount of time and energy you have for your family and vacations? And do you have the energy and health to fully enjoy the family vacation when you get there? So you on the next slide, let's look at that. So I'm just suggesting that you don't need to sell to them. It's more a matter of an invitation to a private advisory conversation, not a wellness service being marketed. So you can email them, you could message them, or just talk with them in person and say something like this. I was in a meeting today and something came up that reminded me of you. Let me know if you'd like a brief private conversation with Kay Loughrey. She works with senior leaders, CEOs around health, energy, and well-being. And before we go to the next slide, I have a little story about one of these clients. Just an example of a high performer who I've worked with is a founder, a CEO. He came to me in his late 40s and he walked with a cane on vacation in Europe because of his joint pain and his weight and diabetes. And he was, yes, he was in pain, panting and feeling depleted and couldn't keep up with his family. Sometimes they left him behind. And from working with me, he lost 75 pounds and his diabetes went back to normal range. And he was happy that he could walk 8 or 9 hours a day and, keep up with his family and not be left behind. So in the last slide,
A little under a minute, Kay.
okay, we're wrapping up right now. How you can participate and help is please follow our conversations on LinkedIn. They're going on right now. And please comment and review the Thrivability Framework on my website homepage at sweetlifewellness.com. And if you're interested, you can email me for an executive brief about my Thrivability Framework for the work I do and invite leaders to have a private conversation with me when it's relevant. And my email is k@sweetlifewellness.com.
Thank you
So
so much
Frank.
for that, Kay. That